Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I am back again to teach you guys about main idea. We are going to look at the same sea turtles text. So the one you did yesterday, and you looked at all those really cool text features, you're going to look at it today again, but you're going to think about the main idea. All right, so let's take a look at our success criteria. In second grade, you should be able to determine the main topic of a text. So, what is it about? What is this text about? Okay. You need to be able to identify the main topic of a paragraph or even a section within a text. So, yes, this whole text might be about sea turtles and their life and things like that, but what is this paragraph specifically about? All right. And we are going to just work on using all those key details in the text to help us determine that main idea. Remember, the word determine means to decide. You have to decide what that main idea is. So let's work on that together. So today we are going to read My Yon Sea Turtles. Watch this video to learn how to do it and just follow along with me on the chart. I'm going to have this chart rolling again too. Now, we're going to do the first half together today. Then the only thing you have to worry about today is your question on Edsby. What's the main idea of the section? How do sea turtles look? Okay, that's all you have to do. So follow along with me, then hop on Edsby and answer that question. Now I know on Monday, Edsby was acting crazy, and it was so hard for you to answer that question. If it acts crazy again today, don't stress about it, okay? I understand. Once things settle out and everyone starts understanding how things work, maybe less people will be on Edsby at the same time. That would be awesome. But for now, we'll just do what we can, okay? Don't worry about it. Just still answer that question. That way, when Edsby's ready, you can type it in. All right, so let's work on it together. Now remember, main idea is what the text is mostly about. All right, so you think, okay, what did the author teach me by writing this book? I'm not going to focus on one tiny detail if that's not what the whole text was about. Okay, do your best to put it in one sentence. Remember, we talked about this. A topic could be a thing like pizza, dolphins, school. Okay, but the main idea is more focused on, okay, what about pizza? You could say, pizza is a delicious but unhealthy food. Okay. And the reason you know that is because we look at all of those details to help us identify that main idea. Okay. So look at all the details. Look at the title. That's a big, big clue. Look at the headings. More clues. Look at the pictures. Everything you see in that text is going to help you identify the main idea. One that I use a lot, I look at the first sentence because we all know the first sentence in a paragraph should be a topic sentence. So if we look for the topic sentence, it's probably super easy to find out what that main idea is. Okay, so when we read, we're going to add to our chart, but instead of writing text feature, page, and purpose, we're going to write the section or the heading, the page it's on, and the main idea of those paragraphs. So I'm going to get my chart going and we are going to start.
All right, guys, I think I got it. So I am using the same chart that I made before. And this time I am going to write heading, page, and main idea. All right. Okay, so we are going to go through the text. We're going to write down the heading we see, the page it's on, and the main idea of that paragraph. So let's see if I can get this right. Let me see. Main idea. Am I still there? Yes, I am. All right, let's. Okay, so our first heading here is what are sea turtles? So I'm going to literally write that heading. What are sea turtles? Easy peasy. Now that is on page 4. So now I have to read the information so that I can figure out what that main idea is. I mean, the heading gives me a huge clue. Uh-oh, that fell. Okay. There we go. So let's read. Sea turtles are reptiles. They are cold-blooded and have scaly skin. So looking at this very tiny section, I notice it's basically telling me that a sea turtle is a reptile. So I'm going to write sea turtles are reptiles. There we go. Sea turtles are reptiles. And I know it's hard for you to see this right now because it's small, but I'm going to do a couple of pages and then I'll make it bigger so you can see it. It just makes it easier for me. Okay, so let's look at this heading here. Where do sea turtles live? So again, write the heading. Where do sea turtles live? Question mark. And that is on page 5. So let's read. Sea turtles live in warm ocean waters. So we're not just going to copy the text. I know it's super easy to do that, but it's only one sentence. What is this sentence about? They live in the ocean. There we go. We could just write live in ocean. We're just taking notes. All right, let me make it bigger so you can see. All right, so you can see I have what are sea turtles from page 4. It was mostly about sea turtles are reptiles. Where do sea turtles live on page 5? We literally had one sentence. Super easy. They live in the ocean. Easy. So let's go into the text. This next section is going to be a little bit more difficult, which is perfect because when you do it tomorrow, you'll have 2 longer sections to work with.
All right, so we are on the next section, how sea turtles look. So let's write that heading down. How sea turtles look. And that is on page 6. Now you notice on page 7, it does not start a new heading. If we flip through, we have 8 and 9, still no new heading. And then 10 and 11, still no new heading. We don't have a new heading until page 12. So this is going to be 6 through 11, that whole section. So we're going to read that whole section, look at the details, and then come up with a main idea for that section. Now, looking at the heading, how sea turtles look, that gives me idea of what we're going to talk about in this section. So the main idea is something about the way that they look. All right, most sea turtles have a hard, bony shell. So we're talking about the shell. Large scales called scutes cover the top of the shell. So we're still on that shell, okay? 2 details about the shell. Sea turtles have 4 flippers. They use their front flippers to paddle. They use their back flippers to turn and stop. So we have information about the shell. We have information about the flippers. Let's see what else we get. Sea turtles have strong jaws for biting and tearing food. Most sea turtles eat seaweed, crabs, fish, and jellyfish. So we have jaws to eat food. Okay, so let's look at those 3 sections. We have the hard shell. We have flippers that help them move. And we have jaws that help them eat all of this food. So when I think about the whole main idea, I'm noticing that we are, sorry, I'm noticing that we're talking about the body parts of the turtle and how it helps them survive. So let's put that in our chart.
All right. So in that section, sea turtles have, so I'm just going to start with have, body parts. You could also call them features if you wanted to, be a little fancy. Have body parts that help them survive. Now I took all those details, put it together, and that helped me figure out that main idea, okay, what it's mostly about. So when you go in, let me share my screen. When you go tomorrow by yourself, you are going to finish the text. Sorry, I didn't mean to exit that. You're going to finish the text, so you're going to figure out the main idea for this laying eggs section and baby sea turtles section. So cute. All right. That is all that you need to worry about. Let me pause and make sure this is working right.
All right, there we go. I know it's working now. So today, all you need to do now is answer that question on Edsby if it works. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Just answer it to yourself. Or send it to me in Edsby, that's fine too, or somewhere. It's okay. And tomorrow, go through the rest of the book, do the chart, just like we did here. All right? And then answer your Edsby question and summarize the text for writing. On Monday, Tuesday, you didn't actually have writing. So on Wednesday, you will have writing. All right. So Wednesday is a more busy day. All right. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome time. Enjoy the Sea Turtles book. Goodbye.